I'm Matt Reese from Ohio's Country Journal here, and I got a chance to catch up with Cory Atley, who had a really great 2018 in terms of yield contests. Now, Cory is from Greene County and won with soybeans and was finished second in the state in corn yields. That's pretty good 2018. What are some of your tips? Let's start with corn in terms of getting that last extra little bump, maybe the most bang for your buck in terms of those corn yields.
With the corn is just feeding it the entire year, all year long. It starts in the fall and then spring. Planting time is, we call that breakfast, the most important meal of the year. You have to start off good. So biologicals, fulvic acids, and just setting a good base. We want every plant. So if we're 20-inch rows, so if we're dropping anywhere from 37,000 to 42,000, we want 42,000 plants to come up out of that ground. So it's very crucial for us to get a good start. Once we see that we have the good start, then we move on to V4, V5, where we want to feed that plant again. Girth of the year is real important to us, so that's where we really have our biggest chance to induce that for that crop.
Now, what's your nitrogen program, and how are you working that through the season to get it there when the plant needs it?
We do spring applied and anhydrous, anywhere from 180 to 220 pounds. It's going to be more upon what our population is, so we're going to feed the plant where its population and then also the hybrid needs of it. And then we're going to come back in season with sulfur and then ammonium sulfate, urea, some 28, but we use that just as a post application or a pre. We use that for a pre. So we try to get as many forms out as we can at lower rates, and every year we just keep dropping our nitrogen levels lower and lower because of that.
And now in terms of soybeans, you've had a lot of success there too. What are some tips and tricks in terms of soybean production that really make the difference in the yield?
Soybeans, once again, you want to treat it like the corn. It's very important early in its life. Dual inoculation, once again, playing with the fulvic acid side of things, getting a good stand. Our plant population is normally around 100 to 125,000 plants per acre. We want to give that bean as much room as we can to branch and bush, and once again we're feeding it for the rest of the year.
And for both corn and soybeans, you had a lot of success, but you didn't just have contest acreage. This is across your whole farm you're doing all these practices. Why is it so important to look at a farm-wide aspect in terms of production and tips and tricks like that?
The biggest thing is for us right now with the prices being where they're at, we have to raise more. So we're not getting by anymore with 200 bushel corn. So as a farm average, we want to be 250 to 275. So we work hard and trial different things and different products out on the farm to see if we can better it. But at the end of the day, it's all about ROI. So that's why we really don't do a 10-acre plot per se for a yield contest. We want it where we split the field, and that's our true average. So it can be replicated on any acre at any time.
And rain doesn't hurt. You probably got some of that in 2018 as well, right?
Absolutely. Wet weather was nice to us in 18. There's no doubt about that.
Cory works a lot with Yvette Federley with Nova Performance Nutrition on a number of different nutrition products on the farm.
Well, Cory's doing a lot of different things, and it starts at planting and it doesn't end until pretty much harvest time. So when we're looking at planting time, he's done a lot of things with inoculants and biologicals, which helps him get off to a great start. We're also doing a lot with plant hormones and growth promoters, but he also, important key to a lot of what he's doing is a balanced approach to nutrition. It's not just NPK and sulfur, but it's also the blends of micronutrients, so we've got a nice balance out there, and he's carrying it throughout the whole season with multiple applications.
All right, now, Cory, you got to share with me the numbers. This is yield contest information, and we want to get the details. Tell me about the hybrid and variety and the yields you saw in the contest yields this year.
With the corn was cropland 48.95, and the entry was 304 for the corn. The 48.95 number has been a great number for us here in the past few years. And then on the bean side was the Asgrow 38X8. We end up with an entry of 97 bushels on that one, so we was really happy.
Yeah, those are some pretty good yields. It's been great catching up with Cory Atley here. I'm Matt Reese with Ohio's Country Journal.